are another day, and today we are going to implement the same strategy we did yesterday. We had a nice win yesterday, and the strategy's been going really well. I'll break it down real quick. I'm looking at Rivian on a 5-minute chart, and I'm looking at the last 2 hours before market opens, and I identify that range. So in this case, it is here, just setting an alert on the high and the low of that range. Okay, and what I do is I get in long if it breaks the range on the upside, and short if it breaks it on the downside. And I'm trading options. Yes, I know on Robinhood I shouldn't be using it, but you can do it without options as well. It doesn't matter. And I'm looking to make like about a 0.7% gain. In this case, it would be like right here on this potential resistance on the upside. So really just getting in and out pretty quick here. So the market's going to open in less than 2 minutes. And let's see what happened yesterday here. So yesterday it broke the range pretty quickly right here. Went in, got in for this tiny scalp, got out quick. And then it was dropping really fast and aggressively because of some bad news. So I got in again for a tiny scalp right here. And with options, even though that's like a 0.7% profit each time, it's more like a 20% profit each time. It looks like it might break pre-market the range already. Let's see. Alright, so that's enough explaining. I'm gonna focus in right now. So I'm looking to get in long, and I'll get in, I usually get in one out of the money. So the 23 calls. Okay, market's open, looks like hasn't quite broken yet, but let's get an order ready. Okay, we got 0.65. So I go in with around $1,300 to $1,500 per position. Set the alert right there to go off, and might as well get the put ready as well. That's priced at 0.34 per contract. And let's see what it does. Rivian's been on a downtrend the last week or so. It just is way down from its highs of 2460. And there was some bad news yesterday with NIO. They were seeking a lot of funding, I think $1 billion in funding, so that kind of affected the overall sentiment of these EV companies that are not Tesla, and they're just kind of starting out and losing a lot of money every year. But we could potentially see a recovery here because it's been declining quite a bit. Unfortunately, when I buy, I usually buy as it's shooting up or down, so I'm just getting in at the ask, otherwise I would never get filled. So that's kind of the unfortunate things, especially with options. But when I'm selling, I'm definitely trying to bid up a little bit higher. So if I do go long here, I definitely consider it a big risk, because you got this resistance right here. You know, by the time I get in, it's usually would be around here, and I like considering the spread. So I am gonna kind of give it a minute and maybe use this as more of like an official break. But let's get the order ready. So we're going long. It's 0.55 currently. So let's do 22 contracts. Give it a second. Let's see if there's a fake out here. Okay, I'm gonna go long. All right, let's see if I got filled. Okay, so got filled at 0.55. And I'm going to set an alert here because you have that resistance there, so I'll at least take some profits if it reaches there. Okay, looks like we got in at 0.55. It's at 0.58 right now. I have 22 contracts and it's currently 0.60. I'm going to get out at 0.63. Okay, it's 0.66 now. Let's see what price I get filled at. Alright, I got filled at not a good price at 0.63 because it's currently already like way above that. But, you know, whatever. I mean, $176 profit. So I sold right here. I mean, it's not like big money, but it's like if my plan is to let this compound every day, and now this is like my third day in a row. My account balance is almost 3,000. Now the problem is that you win most of the days, but the losses are bigger because I win most of the days. My stop loss is not tight at all. So what I normally do is I would get out when it breaks the pre-market range in the opposite direction, and then I get in on the opposite side with the same game plan to take a smaller scalp, so that it would still be like a loss for the day overall when that happens, because this is like a huge loss. If, let's say I got in here and would sell here, that's like almost a 2% drop, whereas over here the win is like, I usually take profits at around 0.7%. Because it wins though most days, as you can see. This is another example of just like it broke the pre-market high, you get in, you get out. And this is another example, it broke, you had to get out really quick on this day. But because it wins so many of the days, then I'm able to have that wider stop loss. But that's it. Anyways, I'm done for the day, and I will see you tomorrow for more fun.